This all began for us on March 3rd with the response of the Stafford Fire Department to the first reported case in the state of Texas, which elicited a 911 response. Since March 3rd, all the way through today, it's been a very rapid learning curve, a very steep learning curve for us to get up to speed with regard to the precautions, the protocols, the PPE, and the other modifications to our daily operations that we've had to do in order to safeguard our personnel as well as the community. The 3 members of the crew that responded to the first incident have all come out of their 14-day quarantine period, all maintained being asymptomatic. In other words, they never exhibited any signs of sickness, no complaints of ill health, and fortunately we're past that window and all are doing great. Operationally, every day starts with disinfecting the inside and the outside of every apparatus. The ambulance that is housed at 2 of our fire stations, as well as the inside of the fire stations, using disinfectant sprayers. The attention to detail that's normally there is just exponentially greater when it comes to the EMS equipment. The inventory of PPE specific to dealing with coronavirus is now added to the daily responsibilities. The training for protocols to make sure that everybody knows exactly what their roles and responsibilities are, not just on an average medical call, but on these types of incidents, is also a part of everyday life now. Well, I think if you look at all of our apparatus, we put big green warning labels on the side. And I say warning label, that may be the wrong term, but just some additional reminders. Fire trucks garner attention when they're on the street. So we thought that maybe something that stood out on those red fire trucks, just as an additional reminder to maintain your social distancing, wash your hands, practice good hygiene, etc., to help slow the spread and flatten the curve. But specific to our community, we will not send any apparatus out with firefighters on board that are not 100% fit for duty, that have passed their daily temperature monitoring and their medical checks, to make sure that when they start the beginning of their shift to serve our community, that they're 100% ready and good to go, and that they will be equipped with all of the equipment, protocols, and knowledge needed to be able to provide the highest level of service. I'm quite happy with the way that the city of Stafford has responded, not just from the number of cases reported within our city, but overall the preparation and the steps that the city is taking to not only safeguard the employees, but the community as a whole. My personal opinion, the practices that are being put forth by the CDC, by the state of Texas Emergency Management, Governor Abbott, County Judge George, our Mayor Scarcella, I feel are appropriate. I feel that they have helped to slow the spread. I don't think that all of the data is in yet to see if it's truly had that significant an effect, but I do think it has had an effect. If I could pass on anything, it's just for our community to remember that we're not outside of harm's way yet. Our window still ends April 30th, and that we need to remember to continue with the social distancing, the practices that have been put forth by Governor Abbott and Mayor Scarcella, and just try and do everything we can to make sure that our community is as safe as possible, so when we are able to venture back out, that it's done in a safe and responsible way.